Today in the Chokeslam Wrestling Report, we're going to be talking about the rumor going around that the Young Bucks are heading to WWE. Also, we're going to be talking about Jelly Roll and what is his role right now and why is this not a good thing for WWE. And I'm going to explain to you about that, why, and the low parts of that. Also, Goldberg furious after signing that main event snub. He's still been complaining all week about his speech being cut off by NBC. We're going to be talking about that and much more on the Chokeslam Wrestling Report.
This is the moment we've all been waiting for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Welcome to another episode of the Chokeslam Wrestling Report. We're on episode 254 this week, and I'm going to be as honest as I can. There is no tribalism. I'm going to analyze each title that you see here and what I'm going to be talking about. And it's going to make a lot of sense for those who has a good head in their shoulder as far as, them pretty much letting, do what they do best. And that is listen to what I have to say and put everything one on one together. So let's talk about the Young Bucks. There is rumors were going around after Scott D'Amore claimed that AEW could lose the Young Bucks because the Young Bucks have done everything in AEW because they lost their match against Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay and the EVP title that they lost. Now, let's get this straight. The EVP title is only a storyline when it comes to the whole thing of them being EVP, because the EVP titles were taken away from them on a couple of years ago. So they're not really EVPs anymore. Tony Khan took control of everything and whatnot. And, so that whole thing about everybody talking about, they lose the EVPs. Now they're going to leave the WWE. Now, the EVP title is just a storyline. Okay, they're no longer EVPs. They are the founders, and that's a fact that they are the founders, but they're not EVPs anymore. They haven't been EVPs since 2022. Okay, maybe they put the input in it, what they think is supposed to happen in a tag team match, but they're not EVPs anymore. So anyway, so people started. Actually, Scott D'Amore made a comment in some podcast that he was in, and he said that the Young Bucks already done everything in AEW. They're 3 times world tag team champions, blah, 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 whatever. So people in the internet and the IWC usually take these comments and run with it. Some of them use it for their podcast to go and spread their lies and the misinformation and this is why we have our tribalism in the, in the internet world and the internet wrestling community, because there's people that takes stuff and pretty much turn it to info. Okay. First of all, here's my take on this. The Young Bucks heading to WWE. First of all, the Young Bucks are not going to WWE, and here's why. First of all, WWE does not know what to do with the tag team divisions. I don't care what anybody tells me. They tell me, oh, we got the Street Profits, we got DIY, and this yada, 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 right? Now, you already know there's been 2 tag teams that have come in to WWE, and WWE has not done jack doodle, but pretty much give them the title for 5 minutes, and they're taking them away. The first one is the Motor City Machine Guns. They came in within the second, third week, they gave them the tag team belts, only for them to lose it. And then what? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people will say, oh, well, they were in the tag team scene. They were in the tag team championship picture. It don't matter. If you give a tag team the titles, give them at least a few months run with it. Not no 2-3 weeks, and then next thing you take it away from them and give it back to DIY, and then DIY has it, and then the Street Profits. The tag team titles are hot potatoes. I love how people love saying, "Oh, the TNT title is a hot potato title," which it is. I'm not gonna lie, but so is the tag team belts in either brand, SmackDown or more Raw is more. They don't do hot pocket with those tag team. I don't know why. But they do it with the SmackDown title. So that's one, right? And that was some Motor City Machine Guns, right? They were the ones, they gave them the title early as soon as they came in, blah, blah, blah. Then the other tag team that came in that were first, it was Tama Tonga who came in first. They put them in the bloodline version of Solo Sikoa's. Then they brought in Tagaloa. Then they had Tama Tonga and Fatu won the tag team belts, but then they took the belts away from Fatu and gave it to Tangaloa, only for them to have it for a couple of weeks. Next thing you know, stripped them off the belts. Now, do you think that the Young Bucks are going to go and sign with WWE and go through the same process that that these other tag teams that I just spoke about are going to go through the same thing? And a lot of people may not agree to it because they're going to be like, oh, but they're going to go to WWE and they're going to make money. They're already making money. So it's not even about money and whatnot. And if it's about tag team titles, okay, we'll give them tag team titles. But you best know they're not going to give them the tag team titles right away. And then to top it off, think about it. Yeah, people say, oh, that's Cody Rhodes' friend. That shit don't mean nothing. You see what it did to Jay Carter? How long it has been taking them to push that woman to the main roster now or to the main spot? 2 years. It's been 2 years. People say, oh, she got hurt, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It don't matter, even though she has done it to herself because she can't hardly wrestle. Okay? And she needs more stuff. But the Young Bucks going to WWE for what? They really don't need to go to WWE for what? They're going to get treated the same way this Motor City Machine Gun has been treated and the same way that the Guerrillas of Destiny has been treated. Because to them, WWE don't care what you did outside WWE. The Motor City Machine Gun, TNA tag team champion 8 times, something like that. I don't know how many times they've been tag team champions of the TNA. Okay. The Tama Tonga and Tangaloa, 7-time IWGP World Tag Team Champions. You think they care about that? They really don't. They really don't. So this thing that people have because of one thing that Scott D'Amore said, people take little things of, let's say for example, Scott D'Amore knows about wrestling because he ran TNA to the promised land, not the way it is now with the bullshit they have in TNA. Okay, working with NXT and pretty much WWE's doing it's pretty much having all the NXT wrestlers who are I can't watch that fucking show. I'm sorry, and pretty much have this angle. This looks like is a invasion angle with the something state, whatever they do with the fucking mask, like same mask that the fucking Shield used to wear back in the days, same ones. Okay, so that's what they're doing with TNA. But again, my thing is WWE doesn't care when it comes to whatever the tag team did outside of WWE and the Young Bucks. I don't think they're going nowhere. Why would they go anywhere where they got power and whatnot? And I don't want to hear because they go how you call it debut in a WrestleMania. WrestleMania is not the same when it was back in the days. Okay, and I'm going to be talking about that in a few minutes. What's going on with WWE? Okay, so Young Bucks going to WWE, I don't see it happening. Again, WWE does not know how to run a tag team division. Okay, and anybody could tell me otherwise. Please say something in the comments, anything and whatnot. If you guys feel like asking questions in the comments, feel free. The comments are wide open. You know what I'm saying? So to me, again, we're live on YouTube. So feel free to ask any questions. I forgot to put that before I came in. I was having mad issues with the computer this morning again. So my thing is, I don't see the Young Bucks going to WWE. They don't need to go to WWE because I don't want to hear people, but they're gonna make more money. They're making money. They got money. Those guys got money coming out their butt. That's as much as they've been everywhere you can imagine. You know what I'm saying? So moving on, let's talk about what's going on in WWE with this thing of bringing in celebrities to get in the ring and wrestle. Now, a couple of years ago when they brought in Logan Paul, I was not too happy about it because I felt like here comes WWE bringing in celebrity, taking a spot from a wrestler that could be pushed to, to take a spot and be in the main pay-per-view or whatever the case may be. They did it with Bad Bunny, which still Bad Bunny and Damian Priest did a great thing, and it was in Puerto Rico. But now they're bringing in Jelly Roll. Now, they did some bullcrap this week where they went Jimmy Kimmel show and Jelly Roll went and chokeslam Logan Paul through a table, and then Drew McIntyre attacked Randy Orton. This is a big problem because it seems now that we're having celebrities coming in to WWE and taking spots from actual talent. Why are we seeing Jelly Roll in a WWE ring? I don't want to hear people talking about, oh no, he looks good. He did that good chokeslam. I could do a chokeslam. I could grab somebody and grab him by the throat and chokeslam right through a table. How hard is that? It's not that hard. And people say, oh, but he decided to live and sleep in the performance center and blah, blah, blah. That shit don't mean, that doesn't make you a wrestler. That doesn't, it looks like to me, WWE saying anybody could be a wrestler. Because now, ever since Jelly Roll came in the ring, and I don't know who he did a splash to. It must have been, I forgot, Austin Theory, one of those guys. They think these celebrities could come from fucking Hollywood or whatever the hell they come from and step in a WWE and actually be an actual wrestler in the ring. Okay? And this is just like, this is why I don't even watch WWE, because it looks like TKO is not giving a rat's ass about, about the fans. They're just bringing anybody. They're trying to bring casual fans, but I'm sorry. There was a report that came in this week about Netflix. How Netflix right now, a lot of people are not watching Monday Night Raw. Globally, they only being watched 2 million globally. And we're talking about globally, so we don't know how many people in the United States are watching. That's globally. 2.6 million people watching WWE Raw from 5, supposedly on January 6th. They even said it. Casual fans are not watching WWE no more. So they're doing everything you can imagine. Okay, because first of all, Netflix count the ratings supposedly. I don't know why the fuck are they doing even ratings went up. They only counted for like 7 days. The 7 days, how many people are watching? If 7 days people only watching, supposedly WWE fans are only watching Netflix, and out of that 7 weeks, only 2 million people are watching Raw, that's a problem. And they said it. The report claimed, and it was a reliable source, casual fans are not watching WWE. Why? Because WWE's, and I've been saying this. I've been saying it through podcasts that I come in and how you call it, and I speak to my fellow podcasters, and I've been saying it for a while. WWE is still with the same storyline before WrestleMania. Okay? And whatnot. Now it's even worse. They had to call Roman Reigns early and whatnot because Seth Rollins got hurt. And they still don't know how bad his injury is because his leg is so swollen that they couldn't even do an imagery checkup on his knee. They don't know how bad it is. So we don't know how long he's going to be out. So that's messing up everything for SummerSlam. Okay? And whatnot. So now they went out of, and also WWE goes out of their way to then, I know they were watching All In. I guarantee you they were watching All In. Because how is it that all of a sudden, Hangman Page wins the AEW World Champion, and 2 days later, CM Punk wins a gauntlet to face Gunther for the title? Is he going to be the one that topples Gunther to win the title? And if he does, that's going to tell you right there, WWE's petty. And WWE's always been petty. I mean, they got petty to the point where They're fighting Daniel Bryan in court for his yes. Something that he created way before he went to WWE when he was Ring of Honor. Okay. That goes to show you the pettiness that WWE does. Okay. But then now they're making it worse. Not only that, right now severance pay, TKO took that away. They got every talent pissed off, and now so you taking that away already. You went and took that away already, and then to top of those, celebrities are coming in to WWE to take spot from talent that needs to be pushed, but you bringing celebrities like Jelly Roll into a freaking WWE ring for what? They're gonna come do this story and then they're gonna leave. What happens to the next talent? What happened to all these guys? All these people that you need to push, you're not pushing them. You're pushing the same people all the time. Braun Breakers, the Seth Rollins, the Bronson Reeds, the what else? Paul Logan or Logan Paul, whatever the hell. You're pushing the same people. Meanwhile, wrestlers that are doing very well, you don't see them. What happened to Rusev? I don't know what Rusev is doing since he came there. What happened to Alex the Black? What happened to Ray Phoenix? All these guys who decided to go to WWE, guess what? WWE is not the same when you're left. With the exception of Ray Phoenix, that's his first time there. Penta already has pinfall losses. Okay? And I'm going to be talking about this because this is ridiculous. A celebrity, Jelly Roll, going into the ring at SummerSlam. One of the biggest pay-per-view there is. You're going to put him in the ring to wrestle Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. So Randy Orton is over getting in the ring with a non-wrestler. And I bet you they're going to win. So a night that's supposed to be special for another talent that could be pushed and be taking one of the biggest events that they have, they could push it, but they're not doing it. They're not doing it. You know what I'm saying? All because what? Just because you want casual viewers, nobody's watching anymore. You're doing the same shit over and over again. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. When can we get some more? Jelly Roll and Randy Orton most likely are going to win that match. And when I really don't care to watch SummerSlam, to be honest. I really don't. I mean, what's in that match that's going to tell me in that event is going to make me watch it? We all know Cody's getting his belt back. Okay. We all know Jacob Fatu might get his belt back. Okay. The tag team division, who cares? You know what I'm saying? The Street Profit lost the tag team belts. I don't know to who. Don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's just they make it to the point where you don't care. TKO does not care. They're all about money now. They're concentrating so much of doing advertising, media advertising. They don't. It's like people were talking so much shit about Triple H last year. Oh, he's cooking. They ain't cooking shit. They're not cooking anything. So, we'll see what happens, to be honest. Moving along, another situation that happened last week on the Saturday Night Main Event, and we saw that Goldberg and Gunther went at it. Goldberg lost his last match, and when that, not surprised. I would have protested like a motherfucker if I saw Goldberg beating Gunther for the WWE title. But it was what happened afterwards. Goldberg went and did a speech, 28 seconds left, and the NBC went black. He's still pissed off about this. And he was complaining through the whole week of how his speech was cut off and whatnot. Then again, I look at it, I don't feel sorry for you. The reason I don't feel sorry for you because you went, first of all, you have come since 2020. You have come in, or better yet, this is 2016. You have come in and pretty much have been given title shots after title shots after title shots after title shots after title shots. Okay. You beat Brock Lesnar in less than a minute, and people think this was a great match. And I got people online saying, oh, that was the best thing ever happened. Oh, it was shock TV. This ain't the Vince Russo era. Okay. That's number one. Number two, he beat Bray Wyatt in Saudi Arabia, I don't know, 3 minutes or something. And he did the same thing to Kevin Owens. He destroyed careers. And I'm not talking about physically. Because Kevin Owens lost the belt to Goldberg, and Kevin Owens was never the same again. Bray Wyatt, the same thing. He beat Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt was never the same again. Okay, he nearly killed the Undertaker. Okay, so don't you see the pattern? And you still bitching about, that they ain't treated you right?
Bruh.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What you expect from WWE? And what do you expect from Triple H? You know what I'm saying? You expect Triple H to open the doors and give you everything that you want?
What?
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So Goldberg is not furious because he didn't get the respect, the 28 seconds. He said, oh, they didn't do this to the Undertaker. They won't do that to John Cena because those are homegrown guys. What are you talking about? So you expect to get the same thing that these guys like John Cena, Undertaker, that, you're like, oh, they will not do that to them and whatnot, because you've been bitching about this damn match for almost a year and a half that you didn't get the right when you left WWE, that WWE didn't give you your last match. And this, so Triple H said, here, take this, do what you got to do, and go.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Oh, I know what I'm talking about. And that's exactly what happened. Goldberg just was given his last match. Supposedly he lasted 14 minutes this match. I didn't get to see it. I didn't want to see it. Because it's the same thing with Goldberg. He was put to sleep. Okay? And whatnot. And it should have been shorter, to be honest. But for Goldberg to be getting mad that, they didn't give him his, his speech. It went out 28 seconds, whatever. What he forget is that Seth Rollins got hurt in that match. Got hurt during that night, and they had to cut off time. For whatever reason, they had to cut off time. His stuff got cut off and whatnot. So now supposedly there's an NDA on Goldberg that he can't say anything or what's going on, whatever. After that contract is over, then there's word that he's gonna go off whatever it is that he's got to say. I don't know, don't care. And people are saying, oh, he's on his way to AEW. Tony Khan is not gonna go and bring in Goldberg. Okay, for what? For what? Okay, he's not gonna do the same thing that he did for Sting. That's not happening. And I love that everything. You know what's funny though? That every time a wrestler or WWE wrestler, they think they're going to AEW. In case you guys didn't listen to what MJF said a couple of weeks, that thing about wrestlers from WWE going to AEW, that shit is over with. After what all the nonsense that happened during this wave of WWE wrestlers that came in and went out, the CM Punks, the Andrades, what else with Rusev. All these guys that came in, all they thought was they were going to come in, get a paycheck, do whatever the fuck they want, and and the young wrestlers got to listen to them because they've been in WWE, they've been in the high spots, whatever. No, MJF said it. If you think you're going to come to AEW and going to go and do the same shit that the CM Punks, the Rusev, all these guys, they're not taking pinfalls and all that shit. It's over with. It's done. So for people to say that Goldberg is going to be coming into AEW to do what? To do what? They're not going to give him his last match. He had a chance. When AEW started, he had a chance to come in and do his last match. Well, no, he chose to go to WWE. He chose to go to WWE right after that 2019 and get his title shot. I think he beat Bray Wyatt that year or whatever it was. And he had the shot, but he didn't. So he's not welcome to AEW. Let me tell you that. I don't see it happening. It's not gonna happen. For Goldberg to be bitching and moaning is what it say. You lied on the bed. You gotta make the bed. You gotta lie on it. Whatever it is, whatever the quote is. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. When you got, first of all, he should not even be in the ring. He's 58 years old. What was he expecting? The people to fucking bow down to him? The guy has destroyed wrestlers' career. Bray Wyatt, man, he rests in peace. He was one of the guys that he beat in 3 minutes? He did the same thing to Kevin Owens. You don't see the pattern here? You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. So for people just to try to defend Goldberg and they're talking about he going to AEW. No, he's not. Stop lying. Stop using your podcast platform to fucking pull lies out there because that's not true. look, my first thing the first time I said, hey, shit like this, is where you got your info from. Are you making up shit? You know what I'm saying? Come on. If you're gonna be in the podcast, you got a podcast, you got a platform. If you're gonna say stuff like that, you better have a backup. You better have some type of legitimate report, and whoever's getting that report, they need to verify that that's true. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, Goldberg don't need to be in the ring anyway. So that is it for me today, guys. I mean, it's very short. I'm not going to go more than what I have gone already, but let me know what you think of these, these titles. The Young Bucks doing the WWE. I don't think that's happening. Jelly Roll definitely taking a spot from an athlete in WWE that could be pushed to higher. And to top it off, you taking a spot of somebody to either probably debut in SummerSlam or, actually be in SummerSlam, even though if they lose or not, you taking a spot. And Goldberg bitching and crying still about the sign that main event, they cut his speech up. No one cared what you needed to do, because that's why they cut it off. And you see this shit happen right now. I could bet you 2 years down the line, he'll come back, he'll sign a Legends deal, and he'll get his money. All that bullshit. Triple H never liked him to begin with. If you go back to 2000, before WCW closed, okay, the story of them meeting in some signing and Goldberg, I think supposedly shouting out to Triple H one time. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what I heard in Pro Wrestling Illustrated when I used to collect Pro Wrestling Illustrated magazine. So let me know what you think about this. You know what I'm saying? And let me know your thoughts and whatnot. If you guys want to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, the X, and of course, subscribe to the channel, YouTube title, the YouTube channel. Also, I want to thank all the viewers. I just made the 100,000 views on my channel. I want to thank everybody to support all the podcasters, Running Wrestling, Circle of Debate. What was I missing? Of course, Slick 2099 from on Twitter, Backstage Brawl. If I'm leaving anybody, I'm sorry. Ring Fanatics, they always show me love. So much love to you guys for supporting the podcast. Now we're trying to get to 500 views, guys. Subscribe. Let me know what you think of the channel. Also, check out the podcast t-shirts, hats, and hoodies. Go to tcwr.veryinkpressive.com. That's tcwr.veryinkpressive.com, and let me know what you think of the apparels in there. They got t-shirts, hats, sweaters, and you'll be able to check that out. So until then, guys, I will see you guys next week with more wrestling, and I think next weekend or in a couple of more weeks is SummerSlam. So it's gonna be a 2-nighter. I don't know why they're doing a 2-night. They're really greedy for money, and a lot of wrestling fans are not happy for what WWE is doing, raising prices, and especially with this economy. And they're gonna feel it because TKO right now, they're being greedy. Right now they took severance. The severance packages stuff that they get to the wrestler, I think they get a certain amount of money for being in the company. I think that's being taken away from them. So we'll see what happens. I mean, for now, I know tonight they're having TNA's anniversary. They're making a big shit out of it because AJ Styles is coming in to I don't know what, but AJ Styles is at the door. He's about to retire soon. So why not go to the place where made you famous? So I don't have a problem with that. I just want to know who he's going to wrestle. The card, I looked at it, and it looks like mostly NXT guys are going to win these matches. And, I mean, because it's just a matter of time before NXT swallows up TNA, or either way. But it's going to happen. And I won't be surprised WWE bought them already. And they're not saying shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to make themselves look like that monster that they were back in the 80s when they ate up all the territories. You know what I'm saying? That one not. So I won't be surprised if that happens. So till then, guys, I'll see you guys next week. And I hope you enjoy the show. So let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys next week.